Phloem is a complex tissue that conducts organic solutes from the leaves to the other parts of the plant body. As we know, complex tissue is a tissue that is made up of more than one type of cells. The term phloem was coined by K. Nageli. It is also known as bast or leptome. The phloem consists of the following elements or cells. The first are the sieve elements, the second are the companion cells, the third are the phloem parenchyma, and the fourth are the phloem fibers. Among these, only phloem fibers are dead cells and the other cells are the living cells. The chief connecting elements of phloem are collectively called as sieve elements. The most characteristic feature of sieve elements are the sieve areas in the wall and the absence of the nucleus in their protoplast. The sieve elements can be classified into two types, namely sieve cells and sieve tube members. They differ in their degree of differentiation in their sieve areas and the distribution of the sieve areas on their walls. The sieve cells are elongated, slender, broad at middle and narrow tapering ends. They have unspecialized sieve areas. That is, the sieve areas are not organized into sieve plates. A sieve area are the wall areas with pores or perforations through which the protoplast of adjoining sieve elements are interconnected. The sieve area takes its name from its resemblance to a sieve. The sieve cells are arranged in vertical rows and are slightly overlapping like the tracheids of xylem. So gymnosperms and pteridophytes have only the sieve cells. So this is the sieve cell where the walls are having the unspecialized sieve areas. Sieve tube elements are the elements in which sieve areas are highly specialized and are localized in form of sieve plates. The wall parts bearing more highly differentiated sieve areas are called as the sieve plates. As you can see here, the sieve area are having comparatively large pores, and this area is called as the sieve plate. Sieve plates occur on the end walls of the sieve tube elements. If the sieve plate consists of a single pore or perforation, then it is called as simple sieve plate. Example, the cucurbita. And if there are many perforations, it is called as compound sieve plate. Example, vitis. Sieve plates provide a more complete interconnection between sieve tube members than the sieve areas in a sieve cells. A sieve tube is a series of sieve tube members connected end to end by means of sieve plates. So here you can see the two sieve tube elements are connected through the sieve plates. So these are the sieve plates which connect the two sieve tube elements, forming the sieve elements. Angiosperm have sieve tube members as well as sieve tube cells. The common property of protoplast of mature and active sieve element is lack of the nucleus. So both the sieve cells and sieve tubes, they lack the nucleus. The important property of sieve element protoplast of dicotyledon is the presence of a viscous substance which stains readily with cytoplasmic stains. This substance, which was called slime, is now recognized as proteinaceous and has been renamed as pea protein. In mature stage, the slime is disposed into vacuolar sap. The slime readily aggregates when the phloem is injured or killed state and becomes displaced toward the sieve areas. The slime accumulation on a sieve area is called slime plug. This plugging prevents the continued exudation from the sieve tubes. The specialized type of parenchyma cells closely associated with sieve tube elements are called as the companion cells. The sieve tube members and companion cells are related ontogenetically as they develop from the same meristematic cell. So here you can see a parenchyma cell which is closely associated with the sieve tube element, and these cells are called as the companion cells. The companion cells are living and they have an abundant cytoplasm and a prominent elongated nucleus. The companion cells has a functional association with the sieve tube elements, and they help in the regulation of the translocation. Companion cells and phloem parenchyma play an important part in maintenance of the pressure gradients in sieve tube. The companion cells are connected to the sieve cells by the plasmodesmata. The companion cells occur only in the angiosperms, and in gymnosperms and pteridophytes the companion cells are absent, but in gymnosperms instead of companion cells albuminous cells are present which are associated with the sieve cells. Ontogenetically, these cells develop from the different precursor. These are apparently connected physiologically and morphologically to sieve cells. They possess albumin, a proteinaceous substance, and these albuminous cells they stain intensely with cytoplasmic stains. Albuminous cells can be distinguished from the other parenchyma cells of phloem by presence of connections with the sieve cells and by unusual absence of the starch. The phloem contains a variable number of parenchyma cells other than the companion cells. They are concerned with the characteristics of other living parenchyma cells as they store starch, fat and other organic food materials, and they also accumulate the tannins and the resins. The parenchyma cells of primary phloem are elongated and are oriented, that is they lie through the sieve elements. So these are the parenchyma cells that are present in the phloem, and they have the protoplasm and a prominent nucleus. So these parenchyma cells of primary phloem are elongated and oriented towards the sieve elements, and in the secondary phloem the parenchyma occurs in two systems, the axial system and the ray system. In axial parenchyma the cells are arranged parallel to the long axis, and in ray parenchyma the cell radiates from the center to the periphery. Phloem fibers are the sclerenchyma cells that are present in the phloem. These are the dead elements of the phloem. They are also known as the bast fibers. They occur both in primary and secondary phloem. The phloem fibers are elongated, spindle shaped with sharp tapering ends and have narrow lumen. Only simple pits are found on the walls of the phloem fibers. The wall may be lignified or non-lignified. The cannabis, that is hemp fibers, are lignified, whereas the linum, the flax fibers, are not lignified and they have only the cellulose and they do not have the lignin. The phloem fibers, they provide mechanical strength. Because of the strength of the strands of phloem fiber, they have been used in the manufacturing of cords, ropes, mats and cloth. That's why they are also known as the bast fibers.